Big Z Reviews. Booksmart is a new teen comedy about two girls that want to get their partying finally done before the last day of school, and they go off to college. And it's kind of like the indie darling right now, where all of film Twitter is going crazy over it. And the director, Olivia Wilde, going, go watch this movie. You need to watch this movie or else, we don't get a movie like this again. And it's like, you're in the middle of, well, not in the middle of, but you're in the midst of a summer blockbuster season. And then people get annoyed when instead it doesn't do that well and they go see other big movies. And I mean, the release of this is just kind of goofy because it's the time is such a packed, theater, like so many movies out to watch. And then it's releasing on Netflix around the world, except for, I'm not sure everywhere, but, it's not Netflix here, but it's Netflix elsewhere and around the world. And because of that, it is torrentable. So, I mean, it's an odd release that they did. And I watched it, and it wasn't that special. It was fine.
We missed out. We didn't party because we wanted to focus on school and get into good colleges. And it worked. We are not one-dimensional. We are smart and fun. Woo!
Excuse me. Oh.
We have to go to a party tonight.
What?
What took them 4 years, we are doing in 1 night!
So again, this was directed by Olivia Wilde and mainly stars Caitlin Dever and Bernie Feldstein. And they are best friends, and they have, they've pretty much studied their whole career at high school and never partied. And then about the last day of school, they find out that all of the people that they looked down on that didn't really study and were all partying, they're also going to the best schools and going to Google, and they're like, what? You can do both? Oh my God! And so they want to have, the party before the end of the year, and that's the whole setup for the film. And as a setup, it's an interesting idea, but it doesn't work. If you actually think about it logically, that wouldn't work like that. Because, I mean, it's odd. Like, the school, it looks like tiny, but it's a public school, and at the end, when there's the graduation, which, by the way, I have the tangent right here, but the graduation is only students. There's no parents. There's no, maybe there's some teachers, and they're in the football stadium or something, but there's no parents, so they must not have wanted to pay for extras. So it's just students. There's no one else is watching graduation. We're just like, that's weird. But when you have that, the graduating class is it looks like over 100 students. But if you have, I went to school. I had all honors classes. I had, and so I know the other people that are smart, that are going to college. So all these characters that they know, they must have been in all of their honors classes, all of their AP classes. So they should know that they're also smart, even though they may be partiers. It doesn't really make sense. It's just they had to have some twist to the idea, that they're really smart, but they didn't do any partying, and the other people also smart, but they did all the partying. And it didn't ring true to me. Like the feeling of their school, that didn't really ring true to me. And even worse is that I didn't get their relationship. But some of it I really got and I really liked. But then there are, a slight spoiler, but of course, pretty much every movie where they have friends, at a certain point they have to have a fight and separate and then come back together again at the end. And the way Booksmart decided to do this is extreme. Their fight is gigantic. Their fight is, so that I don't see how you could ever, be friends with a person after the fight they have. And the weird thing, too, is in the middle of a fight, you stop hearing what they're saying, and you have, a musical number, the music kind of overwhelms what they're saying. And the camera is so, for Olivia Wilde, most of the directing is okay, But like at the same time, like it's she's just doing normal. But then for this fight, doing all these camera moves and like, oh look, I'm a good director too, and yeah, it's just it feels too heavy-handed. And there's some other parts of the movie too where they have like the music kind of overwhelms what's going on, and it has heavy-handed most of the movie what they did with it. But the weirdest thing about their fight is about their relationship, but the rest of the movie, the relationship seems like it's pretty good, and like they tell each other like their deepest secrets, but then they won't tell them some really small thing that's really kind of important. It's like it doesn't ring true that they're so fast friends, but then they're also don't tell each other anything important. Like and then one's like using the other, and it's like it's something about it doesn't work. I know they do it because they have to break up and then come back again together for the end, but it kind of bothered me, and it took me out of the film, and it kind of made me not like some of the characters, and they've never really explained it that much. That how could they be such good friends when they have such a big problem between each other? But I don't know. I mean, obviously a lot of other people like it. It just didn't really work for me. And I mean, there's some funny moments, but nothing that I found like too laugh out loud. And I mean, there's some of the different side characters are fun, but it's kind of goofy where like it breaks, like people keep popping up. And I think that what I love about Superbad is they kind of went on a journey, and like each that a lot of different, the side characters were more memorable, I feel like, and they didn't always just pop back up in the next party they went to. It's like, and they had some good stuff. I still don't think it was polished enough. I didn't think it quite worked for me. I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10. But thanks for watching. You check out the Play Through My Head and subscribe to that Z over there. Thanks. This has been a Big Z movie review. Thanks for watching.